Welcome to Soul Sound. My name is Melika. This week I wanted to come earlier, but my body was just not in a space to do so. I'm proud of myself for allowing myself to come on when I felt called to and to listen to my body. One of the feelings that came to me this week that I wanted to address and offer a clearing for is grief. So grief is kind of like a tricky, it's a tricky emotion. It's actually an amalgam of different emotions, and it's very confusing. And I talk about it way more into my voice activation certification, the magical voice, when we visit grief on that module. But it came to revisit this week as I was visiting my family back home and reflecting on how I've changed since I last came in Quebec, and how I had to revisit different versions of me and how much I've shifted. So giving myself love for the older me, for older versions of me. And I had a little bit of discomfort, or how can I say, I had a little bit of fear. I had a little bit of self-judgment. It was way more my judgment than that I was projecting, way more than what others would think of me, right? But I've changed so much. I'm, letting my gray hair come out, working for myself, no longer substitute teaching like I was 5 years ago, creating my own life, my own wealth, and what it means to me to be wealthy, right? When I hear people and my family talk about their retirement and when they will be finished work, so they can actually enjoy life. Like, I have a complete different perspective. And it's interesting. It was very interesting for me to visit and realize how much I've shifted, but also how their definition of their life doesn't really make me feel small or make me feel different or like a scapegoat anymore. It's almost like going back home and visiting, especially with my 9-year-old son, was almost a confirmation for me that I was at the right path. And I maybe needed to see that reflection, that mirroring, to really embrace that new version of me that I've created, the path that I've chosen to walk on, the healing that I have taken upon myself for my ancestral lineage, for my soul's path into past lives, into future lives, how I will be transposing this, how I will be teaching my son, but also what kind of baggage is going to get into life. And there were moments of sadness, and there were moments of stress, but mostly there were moments of empowerment where I was even able to talk about what I do with people that have no clue anything about energy, about past lives, the Akashic records, voice activation, light language, anything that I do. So for me, it was almost like a little test, but I had to revisit the state of grief. And it is a state because it's such a mix of emotions. It's confusion, it's guilt, it's shame, it's sadness, it's also missing possibly old, softer versions of ourselves. For me, it was a lot about letting go of all the fears that I had, and really almost like giving myself full on permission to be me in a world where people understand or not what I do, in a world where I don't necessarily always know how I'm going to pay rent, and inviting me into that trust and understanding that, following my passion and following what my soul really yearns to do, and how I can support and hold space for myself and for others in this life has been I had to move through all this to once again be in a space of this is it, being in a space of wealth for the beautiful life that I'm weaving for my son and I here on the land. And it was an interesting journey, but I also had to love on myself so much to accept the parts that took so long to get here, right? At 45. The parts that judged me or that was afraid to show up fully. I did my first market in Rostern on Friday, and although I haven't sold so many things, I talked to so many people, and I've never experienced myself in such a place of surrender, of full-on authentic, of being proud and not being ashamed to pull cards, do energy sessions, work with herbs in a very different way, in a very traditional but powerful way, as I infuse frequencies in the things that I create with my voice and with intention. And it's interesting how stepping into that full on power, stepping into that, like activating that solar plexus chakra to the max, and just really full on accepting myself has helped me grieve the old versions of me. It's helped me grieve the shame, the shyness. Yeah, I said shyness. For you guys, you're like, well, she's not shy. Oh yeah, I was shy. I was shy to be fully myself. I was letting other people's opinions of me matter more. I was letting others' opinion push me down and stay small. Not use my voice. Yes, even as a sound healer, even as a vocal frequency guide, I was not fully using my voice and having to allow myself to have been that. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been so anxious I was not able to move. I've been so anxious I had trouble in my jaw and my neck. I've been so anxious I developed so many gray hair, right? Even that, the gray hair, like I felt like I needed to realize that I was projecting my own fear, my own judgment of selves, and that nobody cares. Everyone's moving through their own shit. Everyone's moving through their own life, their own problems, and they don't think of others the way we think about ourselves. And it sounds a little narcissistic, and then I think we all have some tendencies, right? But I think it's important to fully, like whole bodily understand this, like in our body, in our womb, in our ancestral blood, we need to like understand this to a cellular level, deep in our subconscious, to really fully understand how we can trust ourselves, how we can be present, how we can be here ourselves, doing this soul sound thing, whatever it is that we do that makes us step into our authenticity and not caring so much. Stop mirroring our insecurities. Stop mirroring our own self-judgment. Nobody cares. Most people don't know what I do anyway. And when they do, they're open. They don't know. They want to learn. They just don't even know what question to ask, right? And I think that for me, it was a big lesson, but it was also confirmation that I needed to really let go of all those old versions of me. And I feel like this is what's coming up for me to help clear today for the collective is, and then there's the new moon as well, right? Like, it's like, let's just fully step into our authentic beauty that makes us so different and so perfect. And let's leave behind all those versions, especially the ones that we've created for ourselves. Let's leave them behind. Let's leave them in the past. Let's forgive them. Let's love on them. And then let them go, because they no longer have their space here. Okay. I'm just using a little bit of mugwort from the land here to smudge the cards. I am on the Starseed Oracle. Let's see if there's something else here that wants to add to the message of grief. It's right here. Star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Oh, that's a beautiful reminder. Thank you, guides. Like, we're never alone. Even in a place where we're misunderstood, we can always call upon our star family, our gods. But they also are there to remind us with so many messages. They're always there to remind us that we can allow ourselves, we can give ourselves permission to be fully ourselves, even in a world where it's go, 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 even in a world where we talk about our retirement plan. I'm like, I'm never going to stop working. Like, I'm always going to hold space. This is what I do. If I don't hold space in a festival with my co-creatrix Danielle, I hold space in sessions. I hold space in this beautiful 4 weeks journey right now. Tonight, we're moving through Earth. So we're going to learn a new chant, and there's going to be this beautiful activation in the Akashic field. If you're wondering what that sound is, scratching my wooden chest. Lulu. And I am also, will be holding space for women into a 3 months journey, the Elemental Path, that I'm launching really, really soon for the next new moon, actually. It's all on my website. I haven't officially launched it. If you want more info about this, please reach out, because I do have a bonus, a really, really juicy, sweet bonus for any woman joining before the launch, the official launch. And like holding space in all these capacities is also listening. For me, it's listening to my guides. For me is knowing that this is what my soul yearns to do. This is what my soul wants to do. And this is what I'm here for in this time. And yes, I needed to have a kid. I needed to separate. I needed to teach. I needed to travel the world, go to Burning Man. I needed to do so many other things before I got here. And it's okay that at 45, I am fully authentically aligned with what I'm supposed to do. Being able to listen to my guides. No more trying to fit things that don't work, because my guides are telling me, yeah, stop doing that. Your path isn't like teaching Christian homeschool families. Your path isn't back into the system. You're creating your own system. You're creating your own way of living. So let go and love on all those versions of yourselves. But don't go back there, because you're here. And for me, my guides have been telling me this a lot. So I have to listen. And it's beautiful in a way. If we're able to see the perspective and the grief and how long it took us for this or that, and being okay with it, I think there's so much beauty. And like it's full on self-love, right? It's just like that deep, deep, deep love for self. Okay. I feel like I want to share. The first chant that's coming here is, I think it's wind, is it? I release what no longer serves. I am clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. I've been chanting this one lots lately. That might be why, but also it's a beautiful chant for grief. It's the element of air, wind, that, brushes off, but it's also like anchoring. It's like about learning to anchor into our beauty, into our force, our life force, and full on acceptance. I release what no longer serves. I am clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. I release what no longer serves. I am clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. I release what no longer serves. I am clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. I release what no longer serves. I am clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. I release what no longer serves. I am free, clear. I am free. I am the breath of life moving through all timelines, all layers of me. Just releasing any old versions, any old beliefs that we are not who we want to be, that we are still stuck in the past, that we are not allowed to grieve all of those versions of us and love ourselves for what we were before we were here. This allows us to clear not only this present life and what we thought we were, and forgiving ourselves for spending as much time as we did in those old versions, versions that we were told to be, because it's just the way it is, right? Because this is how we were supposed to be. And celebrating ourselves for allowing our true authentic self to come up and be present, and seeing all the beautiful perspective and the time it took for us to be here. So just sending so much love. Just clearing here, clearing for the collective. Allowing this new wave of confidence, this new wave of self-love to take space for all that we are letting go, including the regrets, including the guilt. That's a big one here. I let go of any regrets that I have. I let go of any guilt that I have for taking the time it took to be here now. For taking the time it took to step into my full authentic self. And loving on all those versions of me. Loving on all those beautiful, fucked up versions of me that I went through to be here. Every step of the way was meant for me to reach my full potential, my soul's purpose. Release, 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 release. I wanted to thank my guides for bringing this beautiful emotional clearing today. Upping on our self-love, sprinkling it with some beauty and some extra love, and understanding that we are the leader. We are sovereign beings. We exist all together. Ooh, I can't wait to go into Earth element tonight with the ladies in the Elemental Woman. It's going to be powerful with this new moon, but also with just like accepting that the time and the space and all, like letting go of that control of wanting things to be a certain way, and just like accepting. That's a big one here. I just feel like this clearing could go on for a while. I feel like it's still continuing. We're going to continue a little bit here, and then I will send you off. Know that Soul Sound is weekly, normally on Tuesday or Wednesday. This week it's on Sunday, and that's okay. And when you watch this replay, it won't make any difference anyway. If you're running across this Soul Sound session, it's because you are meant to I hear my chickens want to go out. I better go. Thank you for being here. Thanking all of our guides for helping with this clearing, for helping with this release. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is, and so it is. Time to release what no longer serves gods and goddesses. So much love your way on your path.